Live from the In the News at CHS studio, this is the Walker and Welch Sports Talk Show, brought to you by the ROP Multimedia class here at Kling High School. Here are the dynamic duo of the West, Brian Welch and Luke Walker.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Luke Walker. This is B-Dubs, Baby Welch, the Big Cheese. Brian Welch, how we doing?
I'm doing good. It's Friday.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. You know, things are starting to open up. Sports, they've been back, and they're coming back more with, new seasons going underway, and that's why we're here. The Walker and Welch Sports Talk Show. We're going to give our thoughts, local CHS sports.
And collegiate and professional.
Yeah, and you know what? Let's just dive right into it. In the world of CHS sports, we've had a couple seasons already underway. Cross country had a great year. Kalinga High School football, WSL League champs. That was pretty awesome. And boys tennis ended a couple weeks ago. And on Tuesday, girls tennis had their final match. What are some of the sports that are still going on right now?
Soccer won yesterday, 7-0. Baseball and softball went up to Dos Palos, the Merced County, take on the Broncos. Unfortunately they lost. But they'll be playing next Tuesday, so hopefully they want to go back and get a win on Tuesday.
Yeah, and make sure to go support them. Check out those games. They got some great players, great people on the team. But now transitioning to the world of professional sports, the NFL schedule release.
I know, right?
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
It's exciting. New 17-game schedule, something they've never done before. But what are some of the big matchups you're looking forward to here coming up in Week 1?
I'm looking forward to the Buccaneers Cowboys game on Thursday. I'm also looking forward to the Ravens Raiders game on Monday Night Football, the first Monday night, and two other games I think they're going to be flying under the radar: the Bills Steelers game and the Rams Bears game. Interesting.
Yeah, those are some good teams. Tom Brady, another Super Bowl win. One of the greatest of all time. I personally, Joe Montana. I'm Camp Joe Montana, but I can see the argument. No, another game that I think not enough people are talking about. Saints versus Green Bay. The whole question, Aaron Rodgers, is he going to play? Is he not going to play? And last year it was a fantastic game, 30-37. And, the Saints, no Drew Brees anymore, but, we'll see how that goes. And, sort of speaking about changes, we don't know what's going on in Green Bay. What are your thoughts on some of the big rookies coming in this NFL season? Who do you think is going to make the biggest impact?
Here's the thing. You have the two. I feel like the two rookies that are going to probably start Week 1 is Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson for the Jets. And so it's like a bunch, like 3 different groups. Then you have the other group, like the group that you don't know if they're going to start, like with Trey Lance up the road in San Francisco. We don't know what they're going to do with Jimmy G. And you have Justin Fields in that other camp, and also with Mac Jones in New England, Foxborough. And I really feel like the person who's going to fly under the radar is going to be Trey Lance. Trey Lance. I feel like Trey Lance was disrespected a lot. A little bit. Like a lot of people kind of criticized him. Oh, he's going to go into the draft. He only played one game in the 2020 season. Well, because the Missouri Valley Conference and the FCS played their spring ball they were in the playoffs last week, but he only played one game. And I feel like he has a major chip on his shoulder. And the last time a good quarterback came out of North Dakota State, that was Mr. Carson Wentz out of Philly Cheesesteakville, Philadelphia. So I feel like Trey Lance will probably be the best quarterback that will probably go out there. But no shade on Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence. They're gonna be thrown out. They're gonna be thrown out there on Week 1. I mean, I feel like one of the best things is learning by doing, like learning by experience. I mean, like that. The NFL is a whole different animal.
Yeah. I mean, I think obviously Trevor Lawrence. I think we can pretty much agree he's supposed to be the best quarterback out there, and it's no surprise. We all know how great he is going to be, but I think the sleeper pick. We got the BYU. Shout out Mr. Lucero. I think Zach Wilson. He's my pick for Rookie of the Year. I think, Trevor Lawrence, he has such high expectations. And, that's not to say expectations are low for Zach Wilson. I just don't know if he'll be able to live up to them. People are saying, he's, some of the highest rated prospects of all time. Trevor Lawrence, Andrew Luck, John Elway. Is he going to live up to those big names? I'm just not sure.
But also he might have a new tight end.
Tim Tebow. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that situation?
I mean, I feel like I feel like if he could be there, I mean, I've been watching a lot. I've been watching Dan Patrick. I've been watching the Rich Eisen show. I've been watching different shows. I'm trying to gauge it for this for the day. I was like, I feel like Tim Tebow might be a good pick, might be a good spot, but I don't know. I mean, we haven't seen him in action. Like the last time he played was
6 years ago.
6 years ago. So it's like you don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, I think that's kind of interesting. I mean, I don't have anything against it. If the guy wants to play ball and he can do well, I say let him play. Moving on, though, from the NFL to the NBA, playoff action heating up. The New York Knicks.
The Knicks, they made
it.
They made it.
Yeah, with the Cleveland Cavaliers, Kevin Love had 30 points and 14 rebounds to beat the Celtics. That sealed it for the New York Knicks, their first playoff appearance since 2013. Speaking, though, of big teams, the Los Angeles Lakers, they might be in the play-in tournament to try to get into those playoffs, and a lot of people aren't happy, but LeBron James still to come back. What do you think their chances are in the playoffs?
Here's the thing. You don't count out the champions, and I feel like this is in case the Lakers. I feel like the Lakers, they had a couple bumps in the road. I mean, they had a little bit, like with Anthony Davis going out and LeBron James having injuries. I feel like that they will. I think that they're going to be fully healthy. Are they going to be healthy? That's my question. Are they going to be because the team, because last year in the bubble they didn't really have to play that long. That long of it, throughout the playoffs. Usually, the team, if they're going to be playing that playing game, if they go all the way over to the finals, that's usually mentally, that's kind of you're go, but physically you're ugh.
Yeah, I think that's the big question. If they're healthy, I think even as a lower seed, they still would probably be the favorite in many people's eyes. But if they're not healthy, you never know. What are some other sports we got coming up this weekend, Brian? We talked about NFL, NBA. What else we got going on?
Oh, we got golf. We got the AT&T Byron Williams Classic right there. I forgot where it was. I mean, it was on the Golf Channel. Check your local listings on NBC. We have NASCAR racing at Dover, Delaware. The Monster Mile. Who's going to get the Monster Mile? And we have IndyCar going into Indianapolis, the GMR Grand Prix of Indianapolis on the road course. So that's going to be good. Football, the Spring League's going to be on. If you don't know what the Spring League is, Johnny Football is in that. Johnny Manziel's in that league. It's like the Jousters. There's something like the next week we'll do a story on that one. But I think that I'm trying to think if there's any more. More baseball.
There's more baseball going on. No, the big thing I'm excited about, I'm a big UFC fan. Big pay-per-view event, UFC 262 for the lightweight championship of the world. Michael Chandler, Charles Oliveira. If you guys aren't big MMA fans, I'd check it out. It's pay-per-view, so it's a little hard to find, but UFC, it's a growing brand. They just went public. Their parent company, Endeavor. If you pay attention, stock market, things like that. They just went public, and a lot of people are buying into the UFC. Conor McGregor, UFC fighter, was just named the #1 paid athlete in the world this past year by Forbes. Made $180 million last year. So the UFC is growing. MMA, they're getting bigger and they're booming. And so I'm really looking forward to that this weekend. UFC 262, Michael Chandler and Charles Oliveira.
That's right. And thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We have to have some special thanks for who put this together. We have Cabela Hendricks, our program director, right there. She's running the keyboards. Mr. Tom Lucero, our advisor for ROP Multimedia. I'm Brian Welch. He's Luke Walker, and we'll see.